Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be playing some GWEN QUINN. I really like both these champions, and they've come together for a pretty interesting archetype. This is a extraordinarily proactive deck, and you really don't have a ton of late game control tools because you're trying to apply so much pressure in the early game. As you can assume with GWEN and QUINN, you're really looking to maximize the hallowed units and those hallowed stacks on your scout units. So specifically for the scout units, we have QUINN, and Valor obviously contributing to that. And the Green Fane Warden is actually a very interesting, kind of like quote-unquote cheap scout unit for us to play on our opponent's turn and use Cataclysm with his barrier attack in order to start the rally. So that's a really interesting little play. You have cards like Redeemed Prodigy, Phantom Butler, kind of like the normal early suite of Hallowed units. And then kind of like your game-changing cards are 3 copies of Cataclysm and 3 copies of Relentless Pursuit. This is obviously our rally, looking to just pressure our opponent so much, maybe get some extra ghastly bands, get Gwen drained, get her leveled up really fast. And then our top end, we have 3 copies of Eternal Dancers and 1 copy of the Harrowing. And so, like I said, we're looking to be super aggressive. Almost every turn we want to be playing our units and curving out pretty well, which means we usually don't have a ton of spell mana banked anyways. We don't really want to spend the time committing a 6-mana Vengeance. So all of our control tools are pretty much things like Cataclysm in order to force an attack on a key unit, 2 copies of Hate Spike, and a Quietus. I think 1 copy of the Mark of the Isles is pretty cheeky, just like an extra kind of ace up the sleeve to push an extra trade, or maybe even push some extra damage. 2 copies of Glimpse Beyond, obviously for like some extra card advantage, and ways to kind of maneuver out of a tricky situation if one of our creatures gets vengeanced, things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this does. I think it'll be fun. I haven't played much of it, but I think I gave it a try a while ago. So it was doing pretty well. I think this specific deck list had like a 61% win rate. And let me actually check the total win rate for the archetype, because it was doing pretty well. I think like 53% win rate. 54, so yeah, pretty solid. I expect Shadow Isles to probably be our worst matchups. We don't, or like Shock Blast, things like this are definitely tough. But we can definitely play around that. Looking at this hand, I think I might keep Quinn. She's one of our better cards in the matchup, except for Hexbliterator and Thermo. But otherwise, right, it takes like 2 actions for opponent to kill her, or at least 2 cards. And she's a pretty important part of the deck. But I think we might just want to be more aggressive for our early units and Opulent Foyer. Yeah, like this looks pretty decent. I'd be pretty happy to just curve out for our first few turns, but I just want to be careful we don't run into an easy Shock Blast. I will absolutely take this trade. There's no reason to take the damage and then just swing back with it anyways and give them 2 free mana from this card. Plus now if we draw into a Boisterous Host, that one will be harder to deal with. I'm pretty happy they played Ferrous Financier there. It means they can't play a 6-mana spell next turn when we have a really slow awkward turn. So like right now, I'm probably just going to play our Opulent Foyer. No reason to play our Scout unit. But my decision making is kind of a little bit topsy-turvy next turn of whether I should just drop a 2nd Opulent Foyer or a Gwen. I'm thinking it's probably just going to be Gwen, because Shock Blast won't kill her. Plus, Opulent Foyer is just such a good card to play on our opponent's turn. That's tempting too, but I think it's just going to be Gwen. We have a Glimpse in case they rip a Hexbliterator. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're pretty okay with this. Actually, do we want to Hate Spike? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just draw. We have other things that we want to Hate Spike at later points. Okay, that's a pretty aggressive two drops there. Oh, I guess we could have Hate Spiked that, that's sure. If they open, I guess we take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Look at that. Okay, well, they just tap out. So we get to drop 2 things here. I'll probably go... My cause is you can't outrun justice. The puppy always gets jump scare every morning. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. Do I want to hate spike this? Probably not. We get a ton of units next turn. Do I want to develop an Eternal Dancers next turn? If so, maybe I should kill this guy. Oh my gosh, my dog is literally... I'm so sorry, she's like... trying to go crazy as a cat outside the window. I'm trying to hold it on my lap. I think I'm just gonna let this go and play my Redeem Prodigy here. Okay, she's outside the door now, but I don't know how long that'll last. Well, I think we're pretty good at just drop Eternal Dancers here. If they have a Expliterator, they can't play the Final Spark in the same action. If they go Shock Blast, they can only get rid of 2 things, but we'll still have the Eternal Dancers. And I don't think our open attack is all that impressive, because if we give this like +5 power, they just chump block. I think we probably have to go for the high end play here. They already used 1 Hexblader, and Shock Blast isn't as worrisome.
I've been hiding my light too long.
Sure. Alright, well this is pushing a lot of damage, but they'll just block with the Pharaoh's Financier. We push some damage. We don't have any blockers next turn. I mean, we won't have any units anyways, because they'll just shoot whatever we leave back. We're getting in some good damage, but I'm a little spooked. Our best play is probably a Cataclysm at this point.
A beacon through the dark.
It's pretty good too. Okay, maybe we just die. Oh my gosh, this dog. Okay.
Away with you, stranger. What brings you here?
Well, maybe we can win here. If we go Rally, force a block, open attack. I don't know. We're probably just at a Mystic Shot.
He smells something. Quick, before they organize.
This is also a very threatening attack for our opponent, though.
Good dog.
Yeah, like if they don't have Mystic Shot, we might actually win.
Shine with me.
The first to lose Lux, which is really good. That cuts down their win to a Final Spark. Yeah, they probably have a Mystic Shot. That's fine. We got a little roasted. I didn't really play around too many blockers earlier. Wow, GG. Okay. I did not expect to win that. Sorry, my dog is going absolutely crazy. Get in here, you little goose. Okay. I'm gonna have to like put a pillow in front of the window curtain so she can't get to this cat. We'll see if that holds it for now. That was a good win, though. I did not expect to come out on top of that. I think it was probably a good thing. Did they rip like was it an 8-mana Thermo onto our Eternal Dancers? Okay, this should be an interesting matchup. Mono Ziggs. I don't know if this is an Acolyte's deck. Pretty happy to keep Phantom Butler, even if they could have a Pokey Stick. And honestly, I'll probably keep Cataclysm as well. It's a very strong card for dealing with Ziggs. One of our few ways of dealing with them, I suppose, right?
Little bones are just as good as big ones.
I was just watching some professional Magic the Gathering last night, and I had such a fun time. Over all my years of Magic, I really, like, never watch Pro Tour events. Even though I love watching competitive players, I don't ever really, like, follow the pro scene. And it was such a fun time, and I picked up one of the decks that they did well with. And I went 6-0 with it, and I was like, this is so much fun. Pokey Stick was pretty expected. I'm pretty happy to just play our Blinding Assault here. It is an Acolyte's deck. That is actually very annoying. We have to be pretty careful here. Shurima has a lot of tools for us that are like a little spooky. I think I'm just going to take this damage. Valor stopping 2 damage here isn't all that important to me. When I'd rather use Valor to kill like an Acolyte. This is only when Gwen attacks that she gets extra hallowed. So is there ever any reason to... I guess we play Gwen first to see if they play anything more threatening. Because I'd like them to tap out of Quicksand. If they don't, I'll just make sure we don't attack into anything that can kill Gwen. Seems a little awkward here. I think we definitely are just kind of forced to kill this thing though. Now they're tapped out of Quicksand, we kind of just get in there. They get the Devout. Next turn they Rite of Arcane our Gwen. Feels a little sad. But I don't think we have many better options here. Like, I think we're kind of forced to take this attack. I want to start working on Gwen level up. Obviously, she might just die, so... But I don't want to block with her. I don't know. I think that's a fine attack. Sharp Sight's pretty good here, actually. That's actually probably your best draw. It protects Gwen through the Rite of the Arcane, and then we still get to play Quinn. I like that. Green Fang Warden is kind of stinky here. He doesn't have any fearsome. I guess we could go Green Fang Warden into a rally, but that seems kind of bad. We're taking 11 damage potentially. Honestly, maybe it's fine. It seems a little ambitious, doesn't it? Maybe it's just Quinn plus Sharp Sight.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
I guess we could Cataclysm there. Just start with Cataclysm. I don't like that though. I don't feel like it's all that protective. Jeepers. What the heck is this deck? We're getting toasted here. And we're gonna have to like literally Sharp Sight my Valor just to trade. That's kind of annoying. Sure. Well, we can get in with Green Fang Warden? Is that any better now? How many Hellish decks do we have? Only one. So it won't even trade with the Ruinous Acolytes. What's our strongest dead ally at the moment? Just Valor? No, the Phantom Butler. That doesn't seem like it's going to do quite enough either. I think we're looking kind of dead. We can attack with Quinn, hope they trade one. But then if we attack
Patience makes perfect.
with Quinn, and then they play another Acolyte, Gwen won't be able to attack this turn. So maybe we just go like this, and then we can Cataclysm something if we need. We're kind of dead to Quicksand, but what can you do? We can always Cataclysm as well at this point, as long as they don't tap out. As long as they tap out of Rain Negation, that's probably just what I might go for. Because we didn't even use our Scout attack this turn, so we could play Green Fang Warden plus Cataclysm. That might be interesting. Wow, that's so bad for us. I guess we still go for it.
Protect these woods as they protect us.
We can... Okay, perfect. I really wanted them to tap out a Renegation. So now we can use Cataclysm here. And it'll kill the Endless Devout for free, hopefully. Like, maybe they have a Poké Stick. But we're looking so much better if this goes through.
Quick, before they organize.
Nice, okay, that's pretty good for us. Now, do we offer the trade here? Probably, because he's not a Fearsome Blocker anyway.
Oh, with that game.
And they know that too. If they just pass, they're forcing us to block with our Gwen. But they also have to be careful about their health. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it just depends on what their hand is. But I'm pretty happy with this trade. That worked out pretty well for us. I'm very scared about this turn. We pretty much only can play like one decent card here.
Did somebody say explosives?
Okay. I'll play my dude with barrier. Get a scout attack. If we can. Oh gosh, that's so bad. We have two fearsome attackers. So we need to use this guy's attack. Even if he gets blocked and it doesn't do anything. Just for the sake of turning him into a fearsome blocker. Gwen will drain for 2. Sure. We had to go for it. There was no other out there, I don't think. Would Eternal Dancers have done it? We'd be at 7.
Scissors at the ready.
Okay, this is fine. But then we take... we have to wait. We can't. We have to go down to 1, I think. I think we're going to have to force ourselves to say dead to Pokestick. Or otherwise we're dead to Ziggs burn anyway. So my hope is we stick Eternal Dancers and get a Gwen on our attack. And she'll drain 3? I guess we'll see. Well, we're kind of dead no matter what here, huh? So I guess we kind of have to go all out. And I'll start with Boisterous Host. Because I don't want them to play Explosive Minefield on this thing. I guess if they have it at a certain point. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe we can sneak this out. I hate when people do that. I can never tell if they're good gaming because they're like, haha, I beat you. Or they're like, oh man, I concede, I don't have an answer. Crazy close game so far. I thought for sure some of these games would be a little bit like... Rats, GG. I thought these games would be a little bit more like blowouts in either direction. Like either we kind of roll over them or we just wouldn't get our stuff working. But I guess Acolytes is a good matchup against us. That's kind of funny. Yeah. I really let him play old-fashioned scouts. Some good old Misfortune Quinn. Maybe I'll play that at the end of the stream once we play this for a while. Maybe around the hour mark I'll switch. Quinn Aatrox's Vayne is still actually doing kind of okay. Vayne Alawi. That's kind of cool. Honestly, what if we're supposed to keep Blinding Assault? Just a turn 2 unit to kill... Like, the totem pole thingy? That's kind of funny, I think. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, perfect mulligan.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
Okay, now I'm not sure if I should play this. Because I don't want them to equip this. So I might just take my damage if I can. Next turn, play Affluent Flare into Gwen. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, that attack would have gone horribly if I developed. I love the theme for the Hal units. All this is so pretty.
Yes, yes! Strike up the band!
Alright, I probably will play a Blinding Assault here. Not right now, but like on our next action, I'll play Gwen first and then see what they develop into and then play Blinding Assault. Because it'll be pretty big. He'll be at 4. I don't think we get punished by doing this. Tentacle Smash can't kill Gwen.
If only she could see me.
And we have a Rally and a Cataclysm, so we're looking kind of good here. We could even keep Valor for next turn, honestly. That's a little spooky, huh? I don't know if I like that. Valor wouldn't be able to kill it. But if we don't go after it with Valor, Gwen dies next turn? Okay. I see what's going on here. I think I'm just going to try to put damage on this guy. Maybe that's silly, but if we're trading away our Valor to keep our Gwen alive, maybe it's worth it. Oh, that's a little unfortunate, huh? Well, now we're looking in a really tough spot. Gwen has quick attack, so they can't even block with this. And this one doesn't even have Challenger yet, so they'll have to take an action next turn, which gives us the opportunity to play Cataclysm. I think we're actually in a good spot. Because even if they Sharp Sight, Gwen's quick attack will put it out of range. Okay, they throw away the 1 unit. And the 2nd unit? Okay, I'm so happy with that. Okay, that's still fine. This guy can pull, but it's not like as much of a threat. So if they play Alawi, what do we do? Do we go after Alawi with Gwen on a Cataclysm? We just open, okay. It doesn't have Challenger, they can't. Nagakaboros. Okay. Risky play? Yeah. I could go after C's Voice, but then Gwen's still only at 1 HP. And so a Sharp Sight in blocking would kill her. Whereas Quick Attack on the Cataclysm still, she's safe. Nice, okay. Pretty good.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
Oh my gosh, Gwen is such a cool champion, my goodness. Okay. C's Voice finally gets her tentacle rolling. Are we scared of anything else here? For 4 mana, they could have a... no, I don't know. I don't think we're really scared. Single combat. Oh my gosh, this little puppy. I don't know what she's doing. Like, she can't get through the window, but she's like... I take her for walks all the time, and she gets so terrified anytime she even gets within like 5 feet of a cat. When she's looking through the window. Alright. Eternal Dancers, honestly, doesn't seem that great here. I might just rally.
Nothing to fear.
Because Gwen's double stacking her drain. She'll have, 11 health, so she'll drain 5. Yeah, so that's kind of game if I just rally with Relentless Pursuit here. They could play a unit and have Concerted Strike. This is the kind of game I was expecting when I said I expected a lot of the games to be blowouts either way. Like, we just kind of walked over them here because of our so many crazy strike spells and rallies and stuff. I wonder what this little guy is. Is he a Yordle?
What a joy.
Alright, good game. Alright, let's go on a wood streak here. I really want to experiment with Quinn more. If I find her in a mulligan, I might keep her more often. Although I don't necessarily think that's proper. Like usually, I don't know if you want to keep Gwen in your opener in this deck unless you have like a fantastic early curve. But she's such a fun card. Azir Aurelia is not a good matchup for us. Oh gosh, it's miserable too. I think we're gonna have to be a lot more aggressive for early units here. This isn't a good matchup for us because we're not built to be defensive. They can poke us down a lot. We don't have a lot of units that are like resilient. For example, like a tough unit that we just played against, those guys with tough would obviously be good. Our deck does not want to block. Okay, this is pretty decent. A good start. They don't have any attacks until turn 2 at least. And I don't think they have anything for 1 minute here that can do anything. So pretty happy. We could probably just push 3 damage here. Not much else to do. Unfortunately, we can't kill Zero with Quietus anymore. Yeah, unlucky. Sharima. Unlucky. Our hand looks kind of clunky here. If we can pass, we can go Gwen onto like a small unit with Cataclysm. Not looking very impressive, but they might not have a ton of good fearsome blockers. So maybe this guy could actually put in some work for us. I have beaten a lot of Shrima decks, specifically like Azir decks, with fearsomes. Specifically, I don't know why, but like the first like mental memory that's coming to mind is just like absolutely destroying Shrima with Merciless Hunter, the 4/2 fearsome that grants stuff vulnerable. Another Shrima card, of course. What? It's actually kind of annoying. I might just hate spike this and then play Gwen. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just take this, huh? That's fine. 1 mana for 4 mana, I'm okay with that. And that's one card that I can't really deal with Azir now. Or with our Gwen. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. What's our best draw? Honestly, I would really like a Redeem Prodigy. I'm a little surprised at this block. I might just Cataclysm right away. Or maybe not. We'll see what they do. Then maybe I might rally instead. Because I'd rather save Cataclysm when we can kill Azir in one shot with Hallowed stacks. Whereas Rally right now is still just pushing a ton of damage with our Fearsome unit too. Okay, and they just take it all. And if they tap out now, I might be pretty happy to use the Rally just because they'll run out of... They won't have any denies or anything. Maybe I should just use Cataclysm here. Ah, this doesn't seem great.
What a magical place. Time moves so quickly here.
We have nothing going on right now. Our hand's really awkward. And harrowing obviously against Ionia decks, I'm always a little bit spooked about just ripping that. That's more of our backup option at this point, I suppose. But double hate spike and glimpse beyond. We have to kill 30 things to use these cards. Not super great with our current hand. I'm pretty happy to get rid of the sparring student. Like, the Dark Enthrall obviously is fine because it'll still push a good amount of damage for them. But it can't block, which is more important, I think, in this matchup, since we want to be kind of like racing them in a certain sense. Okay, I'm very happy with this trade. That gives me an excuse to use Phantom Butler. Whoa. Sweet. That went really well for us. They used 2 cards just to try to keep it alive. And they can't re-equip the Husk right now. Spell Shield, that's fantastic. So now we just need to actually draw something useful. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can just glimpse beyond the Spell Shield unit, honestly.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
I'll just start with a rally. They're forced to block with an actual unit here.
I shall need my tools.
You dare.
Sure. It's a pretty good little maneuver there. We still get to drain 2. But getting a 0 back on board's a little annoying. We're so far ahead though on health that I think we're looking pretty okay. That's a lot, but I'll go here.
Scissors at the ready.
I mean, honestly, like, what are they gonna do if we block here? They don't have any 1 damage spells, and they don't have any mana. Do I want to give them Zolani though? This saves
Cut to the chase.
2 health. It's really not that big of a deal. I'll just keep 1 healthy.
Stand down.
Okay, there are some cards. Honestly, I don't even know if it's better to play Eternal Dancers or just rally here. But Eternal Dancers is also a good blocker.
You. Both of you.
I do need to be a little bit careful about this elusive though, huh?
What a joy.
That's also awkward for them. They only have 1 blocker for this. That's pushing 3. Gwen drain is an extra 2, so they actually have to block this with the elusive, potentially. They are in a pickle. I'm feeling a little bit nervous too, but... I mean, obviously, like, now this turn is obviously the catalyst. If we can't finish the game this turn, I start to get a little bit more worried. But for now, I think we're looking pretty good.
Where are you going?
Faithless creature.
Ever hear about the bad man who tried to catch the doll? He missed.
Oh, is it like a homecoming? Oh, it's just a recall, okay. I think that's fine. We have a sharp sight to stop this if it threatens lethal next turn. Plus a rally. So yeah, I think we're looking fine. They have to top deck something pretty nasty here for us to be in trouble.
Shurima.
And now we're getting to the point where literally just Gwen's Drain is going to kill them.
No mercy.
That was one heck of a draw.
Desecrate our home.
Jeepers. That's a little unfortunate, huh? She's not leveled. Holy smokes, they've done nothing this game. So they don't get the Blade Dance. That's actually fantastic. So I'll play this dude. 9 mana, so 2, 4, 8. Sure.
I should never tire of something so grand.
Yeah, this is actually going to be lethal on its own, isn't it? And Aurelia will level?
All
Kind of bad.
dolled up and nowhere to go.
Hmm.
Cut to the chase.
So maybe we don't rally this turn. I'll just go like this. This is looking awkward, isn't it? How do we save this here? Maybe we don't block with this yet. Because if we rally, they attack. 2 units are lethal. Aurelia will level. Oh, that's the part I'm really worried about here. You know what? Maybe this is a harrowing play. We kill Aurelia like this. Lose our other 2 units, and then harrowing next turn. And literally, unless they top deck, deny. I said harrowing might have to be our backup option against the Sionia deck, and we'll see. Because they die if they pass. Gwen's Drain will kill them. And if that doesn't, then we just rally.
They'll never see us coming.
Oh gosh, we might actually just die here. Holy smokes. Do we actually just die?
Quick snip.
What the heck? Was there any way I could have lived through that turn? Because I don't think rallying would have done it. Because they play Aurelia. Maybe I just shouldn't have played the Phantom Butler. Was that a throw? Maybe it was. Unfortunate. Maybe we were just supposed to rally. Oh gosh, because then they would have only had 1 action. That would have won the game. Because Gwen's Drain would have just killed them. Right? Or was it no? Because that Phantom Butler needed to die in order to make Gwen's. So we would have just had to sacrifice the Phantom Dancers or the Eternal Dancers. Jeepers! I hate throwing games. That frustrates me to no end. Yeah, I think we win if I just rally, and then when they attack with Blade Dance or just a normal attack, we sacrifice the Eternal Dancers. That gives Gwen enough Hallow Trigger to drain the opponent. And so then that's their only attack to that turn. Jeepers. Oh my word. You live and you learn. Although, I feel like I do a lot of living without the actual learning part. Alright, look at this hand. I think I'll keep this. I do not like Evelyn Kaisa. Nice little start here. Our turn 3 open attacks looks pretty nice, pretty nasty. It's also very good.
Welcome, one and all, to the Midnight Revel! Join us!
I'm a little surprised they didn't take that trade. Like, obviously they don't want to give us the Hell Triggers, but This thing's not going to grow. Right, like they're pushing 1 damage to take 2 damage. We'll see what they do here. If they play a unit that can trade with Rune Prodigy, okay, that's fine. I was gonna say if they could play a unit that could trade with Rune Prodigy, then I would develop the Phantom Butler. But now that they kill it anyways like that, I'll still just develop it.
Another guest. Wonderful.
Like if they didn't have another unit, I would have open attacked. Kaisa's 4 mana, right? Yeah. Or excuse me, Evelyn. This is a pretty nasty attack, pushing some good damage here. We have a Cataclysm available, but it can't really kill Evelyn for a while, or Kaisa. Kaisa's 5 mana, right? Okay. So my thinking is just play Quinn on turn 5. Oof, my goodness, we're curving out pretty hard here. I hate that card, my goodness. Because all our little dudes vulnerable. Stays alive forever. Sure.
There is so much to see. Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
Alright. So we can kill one of their champions this turn. With Cataclysm with Gwen, so I'm not going to develop Quinn.
Close your eyes. Here comes the mood killer.
You'll cope. I'm so low.
Man, that's so annoying. How do we deal with that? Are you supposed to Cataclysm it right now? That doesn't feel great because Quinn's... Or Gwen, excuse me, is vulnerable anyway. But this at least... levels up Gwen, so Solitude can't kill her. But then an Evelyn or a Kaisa next turn will kill her, and we won't have any way to deal with Evelyn or Kaisa? Oh gosh, this feels miserable. Because if we play Quinn right now, she just gets vulnerable anyway.
What a magical place. Demacia needs healers.
We'll see. If they open attack with Steam onto Gwen. Oh no, he didn't have that buff. Okay. Wow, that was fantastic for us. Sure. Stop it.
You're gonna take your own damn medicine.
Well, that guy's pretty chunky, huh? What on earth? Gwen's looking a little dead, I'll be honest.
It's our time to shine, Valor. Let's get to blasted. I know what I am.
But this also works out well for us.
Still heart, steady aim.
I guess I don't need to attack with Quinn here. No reason to give her damage. Yeah, okay.
Can't hold on.
We have enough plus, for Eternal Dancers plus Hate Spike, although I'm a little concerned about how relevant Hate Spike will be at this point. We get Gwen back, and we could level Quinn this turn since we didn't attack with her last turn. We can open attack with Quinn here if they don't have a big unit. And I might still risk it even if they have a pump spell or something. Like a second Absolver. Alright, GG. I feel like I played that awkwardly. Steam was a problem. Maybe I didn't play it awkwardly and that was just a good card in the matchup. But I feel like there was probably something I could have done differently. Okay. I heard Majin Bey call this is like the cooler teen brother of Demacia. Look at this hand. Turn 2, Fearsome, any good? I'm not impressed, not against this deck. I'll just keep Redeemed Prodigy and Quinn. Although I'm not even sure Quinn's going to be very good. I'm more just keeping her for the sake of playing around with her, seeing how she does. Because she's a cool card.
Sing, dance, and forget our woes.
Pretty happy to go with Redeemed Prodigy here, even if they have a unit that can trade with it. I want to force them to trade with units like this before they can equip it. Yeah. Like, they might just go Momentous Choice here to keep this unit alive, but if they don't, I'm very happy. If they throw it away to, like, block here. Yeah. So they want to get the lifesteal out of it is what I imagine they're keeping this alive for. But that means hopefully we get an extra Ghastly Band trigger out of this, and I'm pretty okay with that trade overall. Ah, that's a really bad equipment for us. That's pretty bad. Can't do much about that. So I might just go Valor here. Yeah, okay. Might as well. Another one. It's pretty bad. It's like extraordinarily bad for us. That pretty much just guaranteed them like at least an extra turn this game, if not two. Of like, now we're just trying to figure out how to deal with Aatrox and Kayn later on.
What do you see, boy?
What is power in its most distilled form? Quick, before they order. This is darken power. A sheath for a soul.
Okay. I'm okay with this. This makes it so this guy can try to get after this if they block that way. Otherwise, is it worth to try to get damage on this thing? I don't feel like that's good. Maybe we just need the Howl triggers. So maybe we'll just see these guys back as blockers. We go like this, they just block here then. Going wide, does that really accomplish much at this point? I don't know. I guess it's worth it. They'll probably just block over here. Okay, Sharp Sight here. Keep this alive. Keep those Howl triggers coming? Probably not. I want to keep QUINN safe if they have a Furious Wielder. The units are just going to be so huge though. Like, this went so miserably for us. They got 2 lifesteal units, plus all their units are going to be super chunky.
I seek a weapon worthy of Naga Keboro. We're not done yet. Got you in my sights.
I'm very happy with this trade. What? What? That is not a card I've seen very often. That's so funny because it seems like kind of like that a theme of Kayn Aatrox that I thought it was a main deck card. That's so funny. Do I want to attack with Valor here? Probably.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
Guarantee the kill on this thing.
Easy prey.
Sure. They tap out of 8 chucks that turn. This turn, that's good. And Eternal Lancers is pretty decent for us here because I think it revives Quinn and then Valor is permanent.
The bigger the hunt, the better the trophy.
That's a card. Can't even attack now. So we pass. Quietus next turn. And they're gonna use the point where they can just play Naka too. Like, what if they have 8 chucks here? I guess you kind of have to deal with it for now, huh?
Only war can bring me peace.
We get to play double Opulent for, which is actually kind of interesting.
I am doomed.
We let this go.
A little entertainment.
I guess Furious Wielder's still a problem, and Unforgiving Cold's a problem.
Yes.
We're kind of running out of cards. I don't know what else to do at this point. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with Quinn here. I don't know if that's important though at that point. Oh, Valor gets burned. That's kind of annoying. That's fine. I guess we could go with a 6 power scout unit too. That seems good.
We protect these woods as they protect us. The child is gone. The killer remains.
Because now we don't need to use him as our Hallowed unit on our next attack. He'll already be buffed up. I like to have Unforgiving Cold, which is actually pretty important here.
Ready, boy?
Okay.
Stay on the target.
Another hunt.
You are nothing.
What if we just rally here? Rats, okay. Maybe we should still just rally? That makes me really want to rally. I don't know if it'll do anything though. Because they won't be forced to lock with 8 chucks. Man, this is not fun. What do we do here? Do we... Do we pass? Then he just regens and he gets super chunky and then just play a Naka next turn? Or the World Ender? Like, what if we go Relentless Pursuit? Just attack with 2 units? Are they even really that scared? Like, don't they just block with Kane here and then they're kind of fine? I'll end the round. We get some extra blockers if we wait a turn. Like if they do anything else first. We might just die here though too. And they're gonna be healing for like 4. I do not feel confident in our chances at this point.
Drown in shadow.
Because they both have Overwhelm. This is not good for us. We're in a lot of trouble. Ah, cheapers. I guess I lost that Quinn and that was a little bit silly, huh? But like I said, they also had a decent start at the beginning when they got those double lifesteal units that we couldn't really deal with. But I don't know if that was really the changing point. Like, that made it awkward, but that wasn't what changed the game.
A weapon worthy of Naga Keburos.
Nagekiboros. This doesn't even kill Aatrox. Like, they literally heal more from playing Aatrox. That's so funny. Or from blocking with Aatrox. But yeah, okay. Definitely think we're looking a little bit tricky here.
To the reckoning! Beg for mercy.
Good game. Alright, can't end on a loss. Let's see if we can finish out on top. I think my sequencing was just really awkward with, like, maybe when I played that Green Fang Warden and stuff. I think I just got kind of loose and kind of just threw out my cards when it really didn't accomplish much. So I don't even think that was necessarily just because it was an awkward matchup. I kind of felt like I was falling behind and so I had to force something, even though I don't think that was necessarily true. Annie Jin. Okay, I mean, I'm actually really excited to see how this goes because Annie Jin has been killing it on ladder, but I haven't seen it like at all. Very good. Not good. Maybe good, but probably not a keep. Quinn is super, super, super tempting, but I don't think we should. I don't like keeping anything above 4 mana against aggro decks like that. So perfect answer to Annie. We'll get a unit on turn 2. And if they pass, I'll pass as well, because I don't want to play a unit and then have them play Annie post facto.
Come on, Tibbers. It's QUINN time. Tibbers.
This is lining up pretty well. We get to play Opulent Foyer on our defensive turn. And then we get to play Gwen. Very nice.
Engagement, but a
Definitely our best card in the matchup, I'd assume.
Come out.
Another Annie.
Wherever you are.
Rearguard. Not bad. I'm pretty happy to block that. And I can just take a hit from Annie. We got Opulent Foyer down. It's also actually tempting now, too. Very tempting.
Where's my axe?
I still think this is an Opulent Foyer play. We could go like Boisterous Host and double block and like Hate Spike, but
First big mission.
that guy's a problem.
May I see your invite?
Better run.
Okay, this is totally fine though. We get an extra 2 Hallowed stacks already. So our Gwen's going to be dealing a lot of damage, our Ghastly Bane's going to be doing a lot of damage. And it's going to start putting the incentive on our opponent to actually start blocking instead of just passing and letting us do our damage.
Let's get it, crew. I shall need my tools.
Like, that's a ton of damage to just take. Obviously, they're pushing a ton of damage on the open too. And they could have like a third Annie for Disintegrate. I don't know if they main deck Disintegrate or not. It's Jin. Okay, well, we're probably just going to have to Cataclysm him if they develop that. If they open attack, we're taking a lot. Oh gosh, that's so bad. I think that's honestly better for us though. Because we can still use Cataclysm on stun units, which is kind of crazy. Oh wait, I don't even actually... Okay, that's actually really good for us then. Because we can play Boisterous Host. Probably, I think, is better. Boisterous Host plus Hate Spike, and then as long as we don't die right away on the attack, we just Cataclysm and we're looking good.
But being the guest of honor anywhere before.
Oh, jeepers. She levels. That's a little bad.
I want to play a game of hide.
So I think we're definitely blocking the stage hand into a Hate Spike like this. That puts us 9 life lost. 10 life lost. Okay, yeah. So it is definitely killing Annie. We go down to 5, but we just Cataclysm. I'll Cataclysm the Spoon Crew rookie because he's becoming a little bit of a problem. Or actually, I don't think I should. I think I should play Redeem Prodigy. Yeah, that's definitely way smarter. Play Redeem Prodigy right now. Get him Quick Attack, which is actually a big problem for our opponent. Open Attack the next turn, and then once they play one of these two, then we Cataclysm.
Forgive me.
Because Tibbers can't deal with Gwen's Cataclysm. We don't need to give him the Hollow Trigger, so we just go like this. And our opponent's forced to do something first. This puts us well out of Fervor into Fervor plus Decimate range, even if they had it.
Came a long
Or like,
way with a bullet.
with one card, yeah. And they're forced to use the Crackshot Corsair. Good, I like getting rid of their skills. And Cataclysm should seal the deal. Or hold on a second.
I will not
Did we just draw Valor?
gift I've been given.
I guess we'll see what they play here. But we could just go Valor plus Cataclysm to get double attacks just to guarantee the win. But Gwen will kill him no matter what here. But playing Binding Assault's also just kind of funny. Really take board control, you know. Honestly, that makes me want to develop Valor, just in case they have a flock, because then we lose, and I don't want that. Because this can kill Tibbers, and then the Brawly plus Prodigy plus Ghastly Band should be enough to get us there. Because if we attack with Gwen and they do have a flock, we don't do any damage. They don't have any cards. I'm just gonna play it safe. Alright, GG. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a fun deck. It felt a little awkward at times when, like,
Every moment.
sometimes if we run into tough situations, I didn't really have a ton of plays unless we hit, like, Scout plus Rally. But it was definitely fun. I'd recommend giving it a try. Perhaps you'll pilot a little bit better than me. I felt a little bit clunky with some of my plays. But yeah, obviously very fun. GWEN QUINN is pretty fun combination of champions to mesh together. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you around for the next stream.